Hi everyone, welcome to Finding Serenity in Stitches. My name is Christina and I'm so happy to be here with you today. It's been about 3 weeks since I've posted last, and the last video I did start a giveaway, and several of you have entered, which thank you very much. What is in the giveaway, which we'll do at the end of the video, is this Knitpicks speckled yarn. I think it's called Tie Dye Speckle. Tie Dye Speckle yarn from Hawthorne. It's Hawthorne yarn, Tie Dye Speckle from Knitpicks. I'm also giving away a Japanese knit stitch Bible, and I somehow ordered 2 of these, so there's going to be a lucky winner of this today as well. So we'll go over my works in progress and what I've been up to, and then we'll get to the giveaway at the end of the video. Let's see. So I went on vacation, and we went to Vegas. We went to Las Vegas to celebrate my son's 21st birthday. About 1.5 years ago, my daughter wanted to go for her 21st birthday. And yeah, they're just like 15 months apart, those two. Because of COVID, we had put it off. My husband also has family there. He's got several uncles and aunts and lots of cousins. And so we flew in a week ago Sunday and stayed with his uncle and aunt, Theo Hector and Thea Ramona. Hello. I doubt you're watching, but hello. Thanks for being such good hosts when we were there. So we stayed a couple nights with them, and then we checked into a hotel closer to the Strip, and we were able to, take the shuttle back and forth and do lots of walking, etc. Unfortunately, the day that we arrived, they were having a windstorm. That night it started, and then it continued the next day, and we had taken a drive to Hoover Dam, which is amazing. I don't know if you've been to the dam. I thought, okay, we'll go see a dam today. But it was really fun. I mean, it was just amazing. So they've got this big dam, and you can see for miles, it feels like, and they've got this walkway over the dam that's right alongside the freeway. But of course the cars can't get to you because there's a cement wall between you and the cars. But it was a little eerie. So to look down in the dam, I had to hang on tight to this concrete fence thing that was there, and then look down, and it was really cool. It was really interesting. And then along the way they have these plaques and structures and things that you can read about the history of the Hoover Dam. It was amazing. I thought, wow, this is pretty cool, and anyway, it's something to see. So if you go to Vegas, take a trip. It's about, I think, an hour away from the Strip to go check it out. And anyway, so we got to visit with my husband's family, and all of their daughters came over, and we met his cousins, and it was really nice. It was really nice, and my husband's really excited to get to know this side of the family. And then we left there, and because of the windstorm, which was really kicking up the day that we went to the Hoover Dam, and we climbed the stairs all the way up to go on that walkway. The dust, we all got allergies, and it started with my husband getting severe allergies. So the next day he woke up, he was all congested. He wanted to make sure he doesn't have COVID so that we don't give that to anybody. And so he went and got a test, and he was negative, so that was good. But then I started not feeling well with congestion, etc. So we didn't do as much as we probably normally would have, but it was nice. And my mom met us there in Las Vegas from San Diego, so we got to spend time with her, which was great. And our kids had a great time. Our 2 that are 22 and 21, they flew in the same time that my husband and I did. And my oldest daughter, she joined us, her and her boyfriend joined us a few days later. She flew in for the weekend for like two nights or something. So anyway, it was a wonderful trip. It was wonderful getting away. We hadn't really done a family trip in a while because of COVID. So it was really nice for us all. Unfortunately, we did get that head cold, congestion, and I you might hear it in my voice. I still have some. We're still all kind of getting over that. But yeah, it's just too bad when you go on vacation and you get sick, because that kind of sucks. But overall, it was a nice time. We spent good quality time with the family, and we went out to eat and enjoyed some good meals. And we got to spend some time with my husband's uncles and aunts and cousins. So that was really nice. And we definitely will be back to visit. And my aunt crochets. And I forgot to tell her about my podcast. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm going to have to call her just to tell her, hey, check me out. But she showed me some blankets that she crocheted, and they were gorgeous. They were beautiful. She does really great work. And so that was kind of nice that we could talk a little bit on of the same language there. Okay, so as far as my works in progress, I did join the Hohi Locatelli KAL, the knit along for 2021, which ends at the end of October. And for that, I showed you last time, I made this beanie called Rafa's hat. And I started a second one. Okay, so this is the second Rafa's hat that I'm making. And this is made out of La Mia natural wool, and it's 100% wool, 100 grams, 218 yards. And I purchased this when I ordered from Hobium. I'm trying to, okay, where's the front? So you can see the front. There it is, I think. Yep, La Mia. There you go. So yeah, this might be for my husband. It's a brownish color, 100% wool. One thing that on the Rafa's hat, and it's a free pattern, I encourage you to check it out. And this is a great way to practice your continental style knitting. So if you want to teach yourself that, this is made of all ribbing, mostly ribbing, and yeah. So there's 3 sections of ribbing, divided by a row of purls and knitting. And then there is a 4th section that goes here if you want the slouchy hat, and then you start the decreases. But my husband really doesn't care for the slouchy hats, so I just did the 3 sections and then started the decreasing of the hat there. So, okay, so that's that. With this one, I did the 3 sections, and then I did 4 rows, additional 4 rows, and then now I'm doing the decreases. And I just did a few more rows on this one because it's 100% wool. It's not superwash. I don't know. I haven't used this non-superwash wool too much, so I don't know if it's going to shrink or not. And certainly won't put it in the dryer, but just to hand wash it. And I am concerned if it does get put in the dryer, what'll happen, but because I'm sure my husband's not going to be like, oh, this can't go in the dryer, let's put it over here in this pile. Anyway, so I just added a few more rows on the brown one, just in case. The other thing I'm working on for Hohi's knit along is the Julie's wrap. And let me pull it here. Here is Julie's wrap. How do I want to show this? Basically, you're doing an ocean of garter stitch, and then you do a border around the whole rectangle. And I'm getting close. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to finish the second Rafa's hat and this Julie's wrap before the end of the KAL so that I can enter my makes. I have put pretty much everything else on hold since I went on vacation so that I could concentrate on completing the wrap and the hats. So yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I really am happy the way this is coming out. I did go down a needle size, and I was using my Carbon's knitting needles, and switched to the clover bamboo because it gave me a little better stitch definition. And I noticed my stitches were a little inconsistent. So down a needle size, and then I checked gauge and added the amount of stitches I wanted for the size of wrap that I wanted to have in the end. So I'm working on a setup row around an edge of the entire rectangle, and I'm hoping the rest will go pretty quickly. And yeah, so that has been my main focus. Set that down. That's been my main focus since I podcasted last. But just to remind you of the different whips that I have going on. First, I'll show you my grandson's socks. And I believe I was, let's see, 3 blue stripes in last time I showed you these. And these are made with heritage prints. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And, you know, they're looking a little big, but he is growing so much. I was thinking about maybe, also they're thinner than I kind of expected. And so I was thinking about just starting over and holding the yarn double, because I do have 2 skeins of this Seattle stripe. And then doing some DK socks for him, and then I can adjust the size a little bit to fit him a little better. I might just continue on. For me, fingering socks takes forever. Excuse me. See, I'm still getting over it. Yeah, I don't know. I probably just have to take a deep breath and continue on with it. It is a vanilla sock that I'm doing. I'm not really using a pattern. I might have looked at a pattern or two to figure out, well, I figured out my initial stitches based on my gauge. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking about making these a DK weight and holding the yarn double, and I might just do that. I'm not that far along. I'm about halfway done, or probably 2/3 done with the foot. So we'll see. The next thing, which I haven't touched at all since my last video, is my Baltian by Caitlin Hunter. And so this is just a reminder of what it is I'm working on. See that beautiful color work that I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it. I've got the hang of it now, and so I was having a little trouble initially getting started because the number of stitches in the boxes on the chart weren't adding up to the same number on my needles. And anyway, I got over that. I jumped in, started over a few times, and but now I've got the hang of it, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable with it. The next project, which I hadn't worked on at all since my last video, and in fact I had started and I had to start over a couple different times, is my Harlow hat by Andrea Mowry. And I have finally gotten the hang of Brioche. And so here's I'm using this speckled yarn by Hawthorne, or by Knitpicks. I keep saying by Hawthorne, I said that earlier. And this is called Spark, and it's a really pretty speckled yarn with some black and some mustard colored specks in here, gray, maybe it's a dark gray specks with the honey color. And then the other color is just a solid black, which is Cascade Heritage, I believe, also. I'll put it in the show notes. But yeah, I'm on my way with the Brioche, which I'm so excited about. I also purchased the Brioche Alicious from Andrea Mowry, which I had started, and then I decided to maybe just do the hat first to get the hang of Brioche. I did drop a stitch here, and so I put a stitch marker on it. Let's see if you can see that. I put a stitch marker on it, and I've got to go back and figure that out. Hopefully I can figure it out. I did see a video I watched previously from Drowning in Yarn, and it was a video on how to pick up drop stitches or how to correct mistakes in Brioche. And I thought that was a really helpful video. So I'm going to go back and watch that video, Drowning in Yarn. It's fixing brioche mistakes, and see if I can fix this instead of having to start over. If I have to start over, that's okay. I'm not that far along, and this is my learning curve with brioche. So yeah, that's fine. Next is my Andrea Mowry cardigan. It's the Douglas Cardi. And last time I was on, I had finished the bottom band and had started my second stripe. And so I finished my second stripe, but I've started my third stripe. However, I decided that this is going to be a cardigan for me. And I've decided on a couple of other cardigans I'm going to make my daughters different. They're each going to have a different one, but and I have the yarn for those. So yeah, I don't really care for the rust color. I thought about taking it out, and my husband's like, "Oh, I like it, leave it in." And so I listened to him, and I shouldn't have. But if it had been for one of my daughters, I might have left it in, especially if it was Isabella, because she really likes the earth tones. But for me, I just think, here's the swatch I made. I just think it looks so much better with these cool colors only. So you've got the white, and this is like a grayish green called Vintage, and then Stovepipe and Corduroy. So I'm thinking I might just do those 4 colors and maybe do the white, add the white in as a stripe as I go. We'll see, but I'm not that far in on the pattern for what I've completed. So I'm thinking about doing that since it's going to be for me. And I really like more cool colors. I like earth colors too, but for this particular sweater, and on the yarn is Lion Brand jeans yarn that I'm using, except for the white. The white is Hobie Amigo, their DK weight yarn, which actually works perfectly with this worsted weight yarn as far as gauge. So that's where I'm at with that. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh yes, one more thing here. Last time I was on, I shared with you the blanket that I'm making for my daughter, and I was at, let's see, I had started here's the band, the starting band, and then I had completed 2 black stripes, and then I think I had started this yellow, so I've gotten about 8 inches done, maybe more. I didn't take it with me on vacation, but it's a gorgeous blanket. I think she's gonna love it. I don't know if she's noticed it, me working on it. I try to put it away when she comes over. But yeah, that's the only crochet project I'm currently working on, and the rest of these are knitting. And I am thinking about crocheting a cardigan next, as far as my next crochet project. So once I get through this next week and complete the second Rafa hat and the Julie's wrap, and I submit those as finished objects in the KAL, then I can dive into these other projects and really get going on these, which some are Christmas gifts, some are for me. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. That's kind of my plan. Okay, the next thing I'd like to share some acquisitions with you, some of my purchases, and then we'll jump into the giveaway. Knitpicks was having a sale. They did a 20% off sale several weeks ago, and then that had ended, and then they decided, due to I Love Yarn Day, do another 20% off site-wide. So I took advantage of that. I had purchased in a bundle, I guess you could say, this Hawthorne fingering. This is macadam, and it's got teal and black and gray color in here. And this was, I didn't really have anything to go with it, and I've been wanting to do a couple of fade projects. So I looked at the yarn they had available. So this is macadam, and what also came in that same package was this black, which is Blackbird Kettle Dye Blackbird. So this has got black and gray. This has got the black, gray, and teal. And then I purchased recently, my newest purchase was this one here. Let's see the name of it. Sorry, a little fiddly. This is Skyline, and these are all Hawthorne. So Skyline and Macadam. And then I purchased this one, which rounds out the nice fade. And this is called Springfield Hand Painted. So you got your Springfield, Skyline, Macadam, and the Blackbird. And so I thought that would make a really nice fade. And also, I have been eyeing these colors for a while, and I thought, well, it's my birthday coming up. I might as well treat myself. And so I purchased a few other Hawthorns. This one is Grants Pass Hand Painted, and it's like this dark coffee colored, blackish, deep eggplant in there, maybe a little. And then I purchased this one, which is Silverton Tonal Hand Painted. And actually, this one would be the next one in line of for if I wanted to fade it. This is called Rockaway. So we've got Grants Pass, Rockaway, and then this one, which is Silverton. And I thought that would be a beautiful fade. I also have a yarn that I purchased in Taos, New Mexico. I don't have the band, but it's a fingering weight as well. And it's a merino, and it's beautiful gray and deep purple color in here. And I thought that might go in there somewhere. I don't know. But I'm going to play around with those and see what I can come up with thinking a cardigan. So I also purchased another skein of the Juniper Moon Farm Patagonia, which is organic merino, and I shared this with you all. I think it was the last video or the one before that. I had purchased 5, which adding up should be plenty for a cardigan, but I decided to purchase one more just in case, because I hadn't decided what cardigan I was going to make. And I love this. It's just called Acorn. It's a beautiful mustard color, acorn color, I suppose. So I purchased that. I also purchased for my birthday, with a little birthday money, a couple of Malabrigo skeins. This is worsted, and this is called Moon Quartz. It's a real pretty grayish purple color, nice tonal. And I purchased this one, which is the Malabrigo worsted. And this is called Charcoal Grays, and that's a nice tonal, beautiful, different shades of gray in there. And this is all from Little Knits. And I saw this Fleece Artist limited edition, and these are, let me get my glasses, large skeins. Let's see. This is hand-dyed Kiki. And it's 80% extra fine superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it's 140 grams. So 140 grams. I bought this beautiful red. I think this is like dark cranberry, and then basic black. And these are Fleece Artist, and they're nice and squishy and yummy fingering weight yarn. And so again, beanies, gloves, just nice staples to have in my stash. And then these two as well. So I got these for my birthday just to treat myself. And that is all the yarn that I purchased since I last spoke on here. I think it's time for the giveaway. Let's see. Okay, so we're giving away the Hawthorne fingering yarn. And this is a beautiful speckled called Tie Dye. and again, the Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible, and those two are up for grabs. Okay, so I'm pulling up the YouTube random comment picker, and I've got my link. Let's see here. Filter duplicate users and get YouTube comments. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see how you're going to be able to see that very well. But it's pulling up the comments. Amount of unique comments, 47. Great odds. So let's start the raffle. I'm going to push the start button here and let's see who wins. And the winner is, I can't read it from there, Elizabeth Brignoni. Hawthorne, oh, that tie-dye speckle yarn is gorge. Well, Elizabeth, you won. So please email me and connect with me, and you can tell me where to send your yarn. So congratulations. The next person I'm going to pick is for the Knitting Stitch Bible. Okay, I got warm, so I had to put my hair up. Okay, so where were we at? Elizabeth Brignoni, you are the winner. I still have that up. For the Knit Stitch Bible, I asked folks to put the word knitting, and so we are going to add that to the comments. So we've filtered duplicate users, we put in the word knitting, and now I'm going to get YouTube comments. It looks like 20 different comments, and so that's really great odds. Let's pick a winner, and here we go. All right, let's see who's going to win the Japanese Knit Stitch Bible. It looks like we have a winner. Let me read that here. Rachel King, happy birthday and congrats on reaching your first 100 subbies. I love the Hawthorne yarn and I would love to get the knitting book. Well, Rachel, you won. Congratulations, and I will leave my email in the description of this video, so if you both could, please email me and provide me with your address. I will get those sent out in the next few days. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for this video, and I will see you all in the next couple of weeks. Have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.